Hi everyone, Sean here for theworldcupnow.com, bringing you your Barclays Fantasy Premier League tips for Game Week 18. Today is Christmas, December 25th, and I just want to bring out a brief video and wish all of you guys who are seeing this now, seeing it later, a very warm holiday season and Merry Christmas wishes. And I'm just going to go over a brief little, somewhat hopefully helpful tip in managing your bench and getting some players that are going to have some favorable fixtures. So just going to flip the screen and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm just on here on my game setup, or my team setup rather, for Game Week 18, and I've made one change because I felt it was one of the more pertinent or pressing changes that I need to make, and that was I needed to get some coverage that was better than Liverpool's coverage defensively. Their next two fixtures are going to be away, and they are Man City and Chelsea. So they're not very favorable fixtures for defenders. And I did have Mignolet in net, and I swapped him out for Marshall because I found that they're home and home, and they actually go in tandem, or they go well with Liverpool's fixtures there. So a home and home is going to be better, regardless if it's Southampton and Sunderland, than if it was an away and away Chelsea and Man City. That goes without saying, but hopefully you guys can emulate that, copy that, pick up on that as well. I have the same setup aside from that. I think everyone is going to be going with Suarez, Negredo, and Rooney for their front line. I know in my mini league a lot of people have had that and they're finding success. You know, I'm finding that if you're going to have the same front line and maybe even the same midfield, the deciding factor this year in your mini leagues is going to be your defense. So always be looking to have home fixtures on your defense side, or don't be afraid to pay for a little bit for defense, because that's where you're going to win the leagues, as long as it's not at the detriment of your front line. So you got to kind of have that nice balance where you got your front line of good players, but then you also don't be afraid to splurge a little bit on your back line too, for defensemen that have a little bit more of offensive capabilities. They might not score every week, but 1 or 2 goals every month is going to add up after a while, and that's when you're going to see, because we're always going to chase those really quick, double figure returns. But really, if you can get a goal from your defender, once every month. So if we look at Evra's history, who had a good score last year, he got 4 goals and 6 assists last year alone, and ended up with 152 points. And you can see he's a 100-point plus defender. So you got to pay for some quality, and you might not get it every single week, but it's you hear in finance a lot. It's just that compounded value of a little bit every so often goes a long way in the long run. Think about that over the Christmas break, basically until you watch this video. And then once you're done watching this video, go and be with your family, have a happy holidays, and drink and be merry and be safe. Just to let you know what I'm going to have coming up in 2014 is we're going to have the January wild card that's going to be coming out first week of January and goes to the end of game week. Oh, shoot. I'm not too sure, but I think it's January 23rd. Let's just go check. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a little feature so it's game week 23 that ends February 1st. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking at the fixtures after game week 23 and how you should position your team moving into those last third of the season. And it'll be interesting to see what happens over the transfer that are coming up, and what teams bring in who, and how that might shift the game around a little bit. But from what I've seen so far, it looks like the Spurs are going to have a favorable back half of the season. They're going to have 1 bad month in the next 3. So it's going to be like 4 weeks good, and then 3 bad, and then the rest are going to be good fixtures. So I'll probably be looking to get some Spurs fixtures, and I wouldn't be surprised, pending how Sherwood does in the transfer window and what he does, to maybe see a turnaround and have them climb back up the ranks. So that's something to keep in mind too. But again, I appreciate you watching this video, and best of luck in Game Week 18. If you don't see this on Game Week 18 and it's later, hopefully you had a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and I wish you all the best of luck, and I will probably see you for the New Year's fixture, and I'll have a video up for them. So all the best and good luck.